I'm very focused on just the performance of the car, myself. Time will tell if they are fast enough or not. I also don't know if we are fast enough. It is all very promising, but I'm just excited to get started and see where we're at.
High stakes at one of the most exciting parts of a Formula One weekend. The final part of qualifying is underway. Max Verstappen looking good across the line, lowering the benchmark. It's a 1:29.1.
I don't think it's enough.
And it's all down to Sainz and Perez now. Sainz improves to 4th place. It's 5th place for the Mexican driver across the line.
I think it was enough, Max. It was enough.
I'm so sorry, GP.
Nothing to be sorry about, Max. Very good start. 2 tenths clear of Charles and 3 tenths clear of George.
Very happy to be on pole. It was a little bit unexpected, but luckily in qualifying, I think the car came to us. I'm confident that we can have a strong race.
I truly believe anyone from Charles to Lewis back in P9 can be fighting for second.
The biggest question mark is Red Bull, how far ahead they are, and I hope that will be fast enough to challenge them.
The new season is underway.
They're off side by side.
Lots of action.
This is super tight.
The defending champion on top.
Absolutely fantastic.
It's a 1-2 for the team.
That is a gauntlet laid down.
It's always very special to have these kind of days because they don't happen that often, you know, that it just all goes perfect and yeah, you are just one with the car and everything just feels great. We don't know the full potential yet. We had a great start to the year and now it's also about just keeping the momentum going. It will all depend on the race pace of the car, but normally that should be our strong point.
The Saudi Grand Prix is underway and it's a good launch off the line for both Red Bulls. Charles Leclerc is under threat now for 2nd place. Verstappen leads. Wheel to wheel. Perez will get his nose ahead, but Charles Leclerc fights back.
Here comes Sergio Perez. It's a Red Bull 1 and 2.
What a track, high speed, unforgiving. Absolutely fantastic.
Off the road and into the wall.
Can you bring it back, Lance? No, I'm in the off.
Max Verstappen is going to win the opening 2 Grand Prix of the year. A 9th consecutive win. Max Verstappen, eat, sleep, win, repeat.
Well, Max, that was absolutely clinical.
Yeah, good race that.
3-time world champion, 3 poles out of 3 for Max Verstappen.
I think it's definitely been the best start so far to a year for me personally in the car, and I hope of course that we can continue that way. We try to keep on learning what we can do better. It's been very positive.
The first 2 races of the season, Verstappen with that Red Bull have given us 15-20 seconds, you know, at the end of the race. It's optimistic to think that suddenly in Melbourne we're gonna beat them for the win. We'll try my best to keep up with him and put him under pressure.
Good reaction time at the front of the field for Carlos Sainz, but his path is blocked by Max Verstappen, who has the lead. Norris maintains 3rd, Verstappen, Sainz, and then it is Lando Norris. It's Verstappen with the getaway that he needed. You're watching a Ferrari take the lead at the Grand Prix. Carlos Sainz, first opportunity offered up, first opportunity taken. The smoke.
It is smoke out of the back of Verstappen's car. For the first time in 2 years, reliability could be a question mark.
Can you believe what we're seeing? The man who was trying to win 10 Grand Prix in a row for the 2nd time in his Formula One career will not continue the run.
A fire.
A fire at the back of the car. The dreams of victory gone. Oh, big crash. George Russell.
Red flag, I'm in the middle of the track.
What a performance! What a comeback! A Ferrari 1-2!
This is amazing. Thank you guys.
In the car, from my side, it was very weird why that happened because you weren't really pushing, you're just easing into the race, you know, settling in. Basically what happened was when the lights went off, the right rear brake stuck on, it didn't cool, so it just kept on being warmer and warmer, giving me really weird instabilities, and then of course it caught fire. Of course you always want to finish the races, but it's a mechanical sport, you know, these things unfortunately happen, but I think it's the most important of course that we understand why it happened. Being here in Japan is always very nice. I'm confident that we have a good car. It's always amazing to drive around here, especially in qualifying. You know, the car really comes alive.
Max Verstappen looking for another pole to take it further forward, and he does so, but it's only 66 thousandths of a second. Perez made him work oh so hard for it, but it's Max Verstappen once again, the 36th pole in his Formula One career.
Not bad, not bad. I mean, would have been a better lap, but it doesn't matter. It's on for P1.
Yeah, well done, Max. P1 again, well done. Nice job.
A fabled circuit. The crowd love it. Suzuka is just special. Max Verstappen gets the launch off the line he was looking for. Side by side we go with the McLaren and the Ferrari. Lando Norris is in third. It's as you were. Verstappen, Perez, Norris, then Sainz. Off into the wall.
Ricciardo and Albon. And that is a third.
Look at this. What about that pass from Yuki?
That's how we did it. Let's go.
Move after move after move.
On a race here or what?
And one more for the podium. Super stuff from Sainz.
He's gonna do it again.
Rewrite the overtaking manual.
Downhill to victory for the reigning world champion. Max Verstappen wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Max Verstappen returns to victory.
Couldn't have been any better. You know, it was a little hiccup, of course, the last race, but very happy that we're here back on top. Great fans in front of, you know, Honda as well. I mean, yeah, it's fantastic, of course, to win here.
Wave to him.
A lot of unknowns, of course, from the track. Not having raced here with this new generation of cars. I'm just excited to be here and hopefully have a good weekend here.
Here is Max Verstappen in the slipstream with DRS trying to take the place away. Fernando Alonso can't do anything about it, and Verstappen improves to second place.
So Verstappen, car behind, 41-1. Lead me to it, man. I can see him.
Can Hamilton offer the defence? Alonso wasn't able to. Verstappen takes the lead at the hairpin. He's gone from 4th on the grid to P1 by lap 9. This is pure driving talent on show now. Max Verstappen wins the opening sprint of the year.
Good job, Max. Kept it clean and clinical.
Yeah, that was good. Good race up.
We have reached the main event. This is Grand Prix race day. Alonso's being really brave. He's got second position.
Engine is gone, engine gone.
And the safety car is out. Oh, contact between Stroll and Ricciardo. More drama on the restart. Oh, he nearly dropped it from the gravel.
Fully off the throttle.
Another pass there for the home favourite. And look at what it means to those in the grandstand. It's domination like Formula One has rarely seen. Max Verstappen crosses the line to take victory in Shanghai.
Yeah, that was fantastic. It was on fire.
When it comes to stirring emotion, Imola stands alone.
The car has been great all weekend. I've been feeling good. I think we had the speed to challenge Ferrari and Red Bull.
We have seen the Max Verstappen story. Get the launch off the line, lead the first lap, job done, win secured. Hold on a minute.
Guys, Norris is really quick.
The main losses to Lando, turn 2, turn 6.
Yeah, my tyres don't work, mate.
Just information, Max, that's all.
Yeah, same for me.
Verstappen is complaining about it. I see. Oh, good. I'm pushing, mate.
Max, as the gap is less than 5 seconds, we really can't afford any track limits, so focus on that, mate.
And Lando happy to push turn 9 a little bit more. I'm pushing as much as I can, mate.
We haven't really seen a battle like this all the way to the end. Lando Norris, he told us he was pushing DC, and we saw that he's absolutely wringing the neck of that car. Lando Norris chasing Verstappen all the way to the flag. But Max Verstappen will take back the top step.
Oh, let's go. Happy work for that.
1 or 2 more laps, sir. That's all I needed.
Red Bull have no breathing space left. This has the potential to be very special.
We're at a level now where we're not satisfied with the second. The target is to win.
I like competition. I like, defending, overtaking, and making it a very strategic race.
We've got all the ingredients today for a classic Grand Prix. And the Canadian Grand Prix is underway!
Lando is so much quicker than these two.
Can Norris line up for the overtake? Here's the opportunity for Lando Norris, who started in third, trying to claim second place. How powerful is the DRS? There's your answer! Lando Norris gets past Max Verstappen and takes second place in the Grand Prix. This is the battle for the lead. Norris moving past, under braking and going through. George Russell is over the chicane, but he's in second place now. It might be about to come third position because he's lost the lead. Verstappen's gone by and Lando Norris leads.
Is the track ready for slick tyres?
Verstappen's going to come in this lap.
Lando Norris is going to have to be giving it everything.
Box this lap.
This is going to be really, really tight.
Standing on the power, but Verstappen retakes first place. Max Verstappen wins the Canadian Grand Prix.
Yes, what a race, guys.
This is Formula One at its absolute finest.
It's a lot of fun to drive these kind of races now and then. You don't want it all the time because that's too stressful, but I had a lot of fun out there today.
Welcome to Barcelona.
I know it's going to be tough against Max, against Lewis, and everyone behind. We're here to win now, that's my plan.
I do expect it to be all very close, but yeah, that's exciting and a bit unknown, for everyone.
Who's bravest on the brakes? Oh my word! Russell round the outside.
Wow. Absolutely brilliant.
Got best opportunity now, Max.
Russell, super defensive, not needing to go wheel to wheel.
Great stuff.
Max Verstappen, a new leader.
Brilliant racing.
Side by side we go. Russell went mega defensive. Norris goes around the outside for second place.
That is Formula One.
We need to go good, Max.
Lando Norris is fighting for the win in the Spanish Grand Prix. Such a dominant run. He's won 50 of the last 75 Grand Prix. Max Verstappen wins once again and takes the checkered flag in Spain.
Yes, nice.
Welcome to the Austrian Grand Prix. Lando Norris next to Max Verstappen. It's those two that all eyes are on. Perfect reaction time. Max Verstappen checking out front. Red Bull being pushed every inch of the way. Lando Norris, is he brave immediately?
He's just dive bombing.
He'll have to give that place back. This Grand Prix, come alive. Is it late again? Is it great again? Oh, they made contact. He's got a puncher. George Russell into the lead. Lando Norris is out of the race.
I did all I could. I gave a fair, respectful, on-the-edge battle, but that's not what I got in return.
It's just how it goes. I'm passionate. I want to win. I want to always try to be the best I can. And the day comes that I'm not passionate about it anymore, then that's the day where it's better not to be in the sport anymore. I just care a lot.
George Russell wins an amazing Austrian Grand Prix.
It's not over until it's over.
The beginning was not very good. I tried to keep up, but I just ran out of tires. Everything was running hot. So then Lando got by, then Oscar got by. It started to rain. I had no grip as well there. I didn't want to take too much risk as well because it didn't feel good. It didn't feel comfortable. Just kept it on track, made the right calls, and we finished second. So at one point it was looking like P5 or P6 even. To be second, I take that.
This is a chance to close right in on Lando Norris. Here comes Max Verstappen. He moves to the outside and he makes the move. He's up into second place and Lando was not able to fight that. The crowds are going crazy. Lewis Hamilton wins the British Grand Prix.
Get in there, Lewis.
Second place for Max Verstappen. His 9th podium of the year, 107th ever. He's now gone ahead of Alain Prost and Fernando Alonso.
Be taking a grid penalty this weekend. Of course, you've done that before at this track and still managed to end up on the top spot. But are you feeling more uneasy about that decision this year, given the proximity and how close things are out there?
Yeah, you always try to look at tracks where it's maybe the best in the worst scenario. The teams are all a lot closer, of course, this year, with McLaren probably the fastest. So it's not going to be easy to recover from that like the last 2 years. Last 2 years, of course, we had an advantage, and I was in a way maybe also a bit excited to do it. Now I know that it's going to be tough.
McLaren know if they're going to get Lando Norris to the top of the Drivers' Championship by the end of the season, they need to win this Grand Prix.
If Norris or Piastri make a tardy start, Verstappen makes a good one, they'll lose all of that advantage they've got with Max taking his penalty immediately.
And Formula One is underway for the Belgian Grand Prix. Great start for Lewis Hamilton. He's up to second place. He's immediately past Sergio Perez. Charles Leclerc holds the lead. Max Verstappen up 1 position to 10th place.
Norris losing 3 positions at the start, running wide into the gravel. And look, just behind him, Max Verstappen has gained a couple of places already. So there's only 2 cars between Norris and Verstappen at this early stage.
Turn 1 ruined my chances of everything. Just misjudged the curb and then I bottomed out on the curb and I've gone off. So a bit stupid, honestly.
Outside line to the inside line, passing at will and making places early on. Norris gets up to 6th position. He will try and go chasing after Max Verstappen.
And with our pace the last 3 races, it's not realistic to think that we can go from P11 all the way to the front again. Those days are behind, unfortunately.
And Formula One in 2024, it has absolutely everything. Verstappen gains 6 places and extends his advantage in the Formula One World Championship by beating Lando Norris today. This is the Dutch Grand Prix.
Most of the races lately, we haven't really been that quick in the race. We managed to win a few, I think just by making good calls and stuff. We have work to do, we know that.
Lando Norris at the front of the field. Can anyone get near Max Verstappen in the championship? It's a poor start for Lando Norris, and Max Verstappen takes the lead.
It's the worst case scenario for Lando. They don't do it.
Norris is getting closer. And all of the damage done at the start is forgotten now as Lando Norris takes the lead.
It was quite clear early on that I couldn't keep Lando behind. So as soon as he passed me, I just focused on my own race, and we have a bit of work to do.
That updated McLaren is an absolute rocket ship. Lando Norris wins with a crushing performance.
Car was unbelievable. Let's keep pushing.
The gap in the World Championship is 70 points. These are the bright lights of Marina Bay.
I was always prepared for it. I just didn't think that it would happen so quickly, to have that kind of swing in performance compared to the other teams. I mean, that's how it goes in F1. You know that you're as good as your last race. We know that we have to try and improve again because we had a great start to the year, but there are still a lot of races.
On a day that feels defining for the destiny of the World Championship.
Norris is gone up the road.
Maybe front wing damage.
That was so close to the end of his Grand Prix.
I just don't get it why we let him undercut it. It's just so stupid.
He hasn't undercut, he just hasn't pitted.
Quite quickly almost I realized that it was not possible to follow, and I just tried to do my own race and keep my momentum going, even though of course it was not the same pace as Lando.
For the 3rd time in Formula One, Lando Norris takes the checkered flag.
Amazing car weekend. Thank you, everyone.
Well done, Max. You got every ounce of performance out of that today, so 8 points down to Lando. You've driven a very strong weekend.
Yeah, I think decent damage limitation, I would call it.
Can Lando take us to a last race decider? Verstappen looking to try and claim his 4th title in a row this year, and Norris trying to overturn the largest points deficit in the entire history of Formula One. This is going to be some Grand Prix. There's the late lunge that Max Verstappen was looking for, but he sends Lando Norris wide, and through goes Charles Leclerc.
He has clearly pushed me out. He had no intent to make the corner. Even he ran off the track, so I just had to avoid crashing into him or him crashing into me, but yeah.
There was a gap on the inside, so I went for it. That corner is very wide. It gives you a lot of opportunity of going wide or try to go really tight. I chose for that option. I think it worked out quite well for me because Charles was anyway faster, so he just pulled away, and from there onwards I just tried to do my own race.
I can't brake, I can't attack anything.
Lando Norris on the attack!
10 out of 10 pressure on Verstappen right now.
Here we go again. How brave can he be? Max Verstappen on the defensive. Lando Norris on the attack. Lando Norris going through on the brakes, or can Verstappen hang on to it? He keeps his foot in. They both go off the road. Norris moves ahead for the first time since lap number 1, but he did so with all 4 wheels off the road. That one surely will not count. He will surely have to give the place back.
Is the argument that Max forced him off the road, though?
overtook me outside the track.
We are on it, Max.
I think it's quite clear you can't overtake outside of the white line. I mean, I got done for it also here in, I think, 2017 or whatever it was. So I lost my podium like that. I just remained calm, tried to do the best I could after that to bring the car to the end, because it was not easy with the tyres and the situation that I was in.
I think goes ahead of the defects. Let me know if you think otherwise.
They're still defending. McLaren are going to risk the penalty. They're still attacking each other. Lando Norris has a penalty.
Should have just gone back behind him, shouldn't I?
Max knows the rules very well, and his spatial awareness of his race car is outstanding. And he took everything to the absolute limit, but he's within the limit.
It was a great battle between the top two in the World Championship, but it was resolved in Max Verstappen's favour. 354 points to his name, extending that advantage over Lando Norris, who's on 297. Our venue is intense, vibrant. It's Ferrari versus Red Bull versus McLaren.
That sounds like the recipe for a great Grand Prix.
Max Verstappen's got the inside line. He's surely going to get the lead. Off the road goes Carlos Sainz.
Carlos Sainz, desperate to get back into the lead.
Is he going to go for the late braking move? He is! That's the lead for Carlos Sainz!
Norris is really close behind Max as well. Just so impressed with Sainz's ability on the brakes. Can Norris do the same?
This is brave from Lando Norris, trying to go around the outside. Max Verstappen barges his rival off the road. And the contentious debate of position between the top two drivers in the World Championship continues. From Austin to Mexico City, they collide this time. Verstappen throwing it to the inside. They're both off. Extraordinary.
This guy is dangerous. I just have to avoid a crash. It's the same as last time.
Yeah, we're on it, mate.
I'll end up in a wall in a minute.
Elbows out, brawling between the two of them, and Charles Leclerc takes advantage to go up to second position. It's a 10-second time penalty for Max Verstappen for forcing another driver off the track. Another 10-second time penalty for Max Verstappen for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Verstappen with a penalty now at 20 seconds.
Norris is flying.
Oh, big moment off the road! And that's a huge moment of consequence off the road because it opens the door. Lando Norris is through to second place, and Charles Leclerc is lucky that he didn't clatter into the Tech Pro. But listen to this. Carlos Sainz wins the Mexico City Grand Prix. It will be a 10-point swing in the Drivers' World Championship after Lando Norris finishes in second.
I respect Max a lot as a driver, but I was ready to expect something like this, and this is not very clean driving in my opinion, but it's I avoided it and it was a good race.
At the end of the day, if you agree with it or not, it doesn't matter because the penalties are given. That's also honestly not my biggest problem of the race. My biggest problem was that we just had no pace. Just struggling a lot on the tires. Couldn't really attack and I couldn't follow Ferrari and McLaren.
And sprinting to turn number one, Oscar Piastri gets the launch he needs. Can Max Verstappen put any pressure on Lando Norris? Not at this stage. Charles Leclerc dropping back into the clutches of Max Verstappen. Best chance by a mile. Charles Leclerc hugs the inside, but Max Verstappen powers through.
That's okay, Nico, we need to stop the car.
That is the Haas stopping. And where has he stopped? Because it could be an intervention. And it's a yellow flag at the moment. If that gets upgraded to a greater intervention, McLaren will rue swapping, and they will not take that risk. Piastri plays the team game, and Lando Norris leads. The virtual safety car is out. McLaren get away with it. For the first time in Formula One, Lando Norris wins a sprint race. He takes the checkered flag, and it's a 2-point swing towards Norris in the Drivers' World Championship. It's a hugely significant moment in the Constructors' Championship because McLaren have outscored Red Bull and Ferrari with both cars. There is a yellow flag out. There is Lando Norris at the head of the field. Bottas in the drop zone along with the two Red Bulls. Max Verstappen needs a lap. The pendulum swung the other way. The red flag is out. The red flag is out with 46 seconds on the clock. Lance Stroll found the wall.
Unbelievable. I mean, the car goes into the wall, broken, it's clearly destroyed, but they wait 30-40 seconds, so everyone else can just complete their lap times. And of course, the ones behind cannot even do a lap. I can't get my head around it. How that is possible to just let it go for 30 seconds, 40 seconds.
No one would have predicted Verstappen, Perez and Sainz out in Q2. This could be the moment that changes the World Championship. It's Super Sunday in Brazil. Qualifying and the Grand Prix on the same day. Lando Norris at the front of the field with a golden opportunity. Max Verstappen 17th in the order.
Come on, mate, let's chase him down.
The Sao Paulo Grand Prix is underway. The lead for George Russell. The Mercedes man gets by. The man on the charge, the championship leader on the attack. He's going past all of them up to 11th, 9th, 7th. 5th place goes Max Verstappen. Sensational recovery drive.
Heavy rain now.
Drivers now living on their instincts, slipping and sliding all over the road.
We need to stay out, I think, Fox.
The top two cannot cope any longer.
It's an Alpine 1-3 right now. Verstappen second.
This is an inexplicable Grand Prix. Oh, big crash into the wall for Colapinto.
Red flag.
So everyone can just change tyres for free now, huh?
Should have stayed out.
We are back underway. Verstappen to the lead in Brazil. Norris has gone off the road. The moment that changes the World Championship. No one saw this coming. 17th on the grid to the win.
Ah, yes!
Defining drive. The world champion strikes back to put one hand on the championship trophy.
What a day.
The Dutch driver will retain his crown. Max Verstappen is a 4-time Formula One world champion.
Oh my God, man, what a season. 4 times. It's a little bit more difficult than last year, but we pulled through and we gave it all. Thank you so much, guys. Simply lovely, lovely.